Hello everyone and welcome to today's video lecture. In this video, I am going to solve one problem on computation of taxable turnover in case of supply of services. So, I hope all of you have gone through the last video regarding exempted services under GST. So, by remembering those points, let us work out this problem today. Okay? So, here it is given from the following details of Mr. Suman, compute the value of taxable services and tax liability for the month of December 2020. So, here the list of transactions regarding supply of services are given. We have to identify that whether that particular service is taxable or exempt. If it is taxable, as the rate of GST is not given in the problem, and if it is not given whether it is interstate or intrastate, let us assume that it is intrastate. So, intrastate means if the rate of GST is not given, we take 9% CGST, 9% SGST, and if that particular supply of service is exempt, let us exempt it. Okay. So, here you can see the point number 1 to 19. So, I have written the same points in this solution table. You can see over here solution, computation of taxable services and GST payable. There is some alignment mistakes. Let us go through the question directly instead of this. Okay, the first one is that services provided to foreign diplomatic mission. Okay, whether this is exempted? No, services provided to foreign diplomatic mission is completely taxable. So, we have to consider that for taxable turnover purpose. Next is aerial advertisement. Advertisement is also one of the services and it was not there in the list of exempted services. So, this is also taxable. Services by a way of private tuition. So, private tuition the exempted services alitta list alli illa alva, adrinda idu saha taxable agtade. Rented out a property to be limited for used as guest house. Remember one point, if the property is let out for residential purpose, then it is exempt from GST. If the property, you have one property and you give for rent, and that property is given for rent for what purpose? Residential purpose, and for people from families residing in that house. Therefore, here in such cases whatever rent you receive will be completely exempt from tax. But in this case it is given rented out a property to be limited for used as a guest house. It is not given whether it is given for residential purpose or some other purpose. Therefore, we cannot assume that because it is a property owned by the company can use that guest house for various purposes. Therefore, we assume that this property is not given for residential purpose, hence it will be taxed. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, speed postal services. You know that the postal services is exempt from tax, but such exempted services does not include speed post. Speed post ಗೆ tax untu GST ಇದೆ, adrinda idu taxable ಗೆ include ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Next, house given on rent for residential purpose. Here the property is let out for what purpose? Residential purpose. Just now I told that if the property is given for residential purpose and you receive the rent, it is completely exempt from tax. Therefore, this amount of rupees 3 lakh is not includable in aggregate turnover. Next, value of free services rendered to friends. So, please remember one point. You may provide some services to your friends for which you are not collecting any money. You are giving the services free of cost, right? But here under GST law, even though the service is provided free of cost, you are not collecting any money for that, still it is taxable. Therefore, services provided free of cost to friends is taxable. Services rendered to UNO, United Nations Organization. So, the services provided to UNO, here was it there in the list what you worked out in the problem, what the video what we discussed in the last case? No, right? Yes, the services provided to UNO is also taxable. Okay, yes. The next is that service, okay, this one is taxable. Next one, certification of exchange control purpose is taxable, secretarial auditing is taxable, fees to act as a liquidator is taxable, vacant land used for horticulture. So, the services relating to agriculture, horticulture, it is exempt under GST. Therefore, there is no tax on these services, fees received for by land given for horticulture purpose. The next is that sale of time slot to broadcasting organization, because you know that in the advertisement, in the television or other social medias, they collect the amount based on the time slot. So, the times they collect the fees for broadcasting the advertisements. So, this amount is taxable. This is a service charges, like supply of services actually. Then services rendered within territorial water. Territorial water means the surrounding, the water, the specific area limits surrounding the border of the country. So, it is also taxable. Services relating to supply of farm labor. Services related to farm labor. This is the supply of services relating to agriculture. So, supply relating to services relating to agriculture is exempt from tax. Services provided to RBI is taxable, right? Yes. Then services provided to services provided to RBI will be taxable because it is provided within India, whereas services provided by RBI is exempt from tax. Please note that point. Services provided relating to education is taxable, education is exempt from tax, right? Yes. Then healthcare services is exempt from tax, right? Services by way of recreation activities is taxable. So, after considering this, we have taken all these points over here and we have added the total taxable services amounted to rupees 27,40,000. Okay, this is the value of taxable services, and the rate of GST we assume that it is 18%. So, CGST 9%, SGST 9%. So, 4,93,200 will be the total GST payable. So, here there are certain points regarding the treatment of various different cases. The first one is that it is assumed the standard GST rate is 18%. Services provided free of cost is also taxable, as I told just now. Then the property let out to B Limited is not given for let out for residential purpose. So, it is taxable. Residential purpose is exempt, agriculture, horticulture, farm labor are exempt from tax, right? And services provided to RBI is taxable, whereas services provided by RBI is exempt from tax. So, these are the various, this is the problem what you worked out today, and we have taken the important supply of services, taxable services as well as the exempted services. I hope this video is useful for you, and if you have any doubts or queries or any questions to be raised, you can ask it, okay, or you can raise in the chat box. Thank you.